Going back to this on pole at the moment in short quali here in Monza at 19.8. ROM BFord on 19.84. So Med on a 20.1. Ron Ludlow at 20.2. Ron Sutek at 20.6. So yeah. This is Zuzu. It's coming up to the line. And he's done a 22 flat. So Brini, we haven't seen him for a while. He's out here today in the AlphaTauri. And that's this really tricky part of the circuit, I find anyway. I hate this section. I always tend to lose it. Just about keeps it going now. Look, a nice line through there actually. Going for Scari, I think it is. Really pushing the limits there on the track. There, Green, you've got to do. And what's he set at 22.3 there from Green. Very close there with Days and Zuzu. So, what's Run 1 doing? He's going into this section as well. I always tend to either go too deep there or too shallow. That's what she said. Coming to the line, and there we have it. Third place there, but 20.1 there. So very close times between two separate paths. So you have a two-tier kind of vision here. Just see no wrong transit tonight. Med goes fastest there, we're at 19.7. And we have Ron James on an up. So we'll stay on board with the Alfa Romeo and just setting up for a lap. Currently the only driver not to a setter time here. Around onto the main pit straight now, coming over the DRS now, up through the gears. Coming to turn one now into the chicane. Hit that curve a little bit too heavy there. It's going to compromise his exit there. But now he just needs to keep it nice and tight there around this corner. This braking zone here is key as well, coming into the chicane. I'm going to take it nice there from Ron James. He's got cars coming up behind him, but he is on a lap, so he's well entitled to do his lap. As he's coming up to the most hardest part of the track, into the 50-meter board, he brakes there and coming through there nicely, and on the power again. Lots of long straights on this circuit, fastest circuit in probably a day's streak. What's that doing? I think he's just dropped it somewhere. And, yeah, crosses the line there, goes 8th fastest there with a 20.4. Nice time there from James. If you Mercedes drivers there, setting up for all that. Sorry, just the so weird, those two. Barely. So, AMG flies off that curb. That is the one part of the track where you can drop it into the wall. Tyres aren't going to like that, I tell you that. Before he went into the pits, he thought about it, and his teammate though, look at them, they're always so close. Stato and AMG, 10th between them. Suzuki now, he's about to set up for a lap here in McLaren. His teammate is currently lying in pole, Med. Really on the brakes there. I felt didn't really commit to that corner there. Around into this section now to the 50. Yeah, very tentative lap so far. It's not pushy. Needs to find nearly a second to move up to Stato's time. So yeah, I really wish I knew the names of the parts of the circuit. I think this one over here is a Scari. I'm not entirely sure. It's really learn up on these kind of things. You're supposed to be a commentator. But yeah, coming around the final bend, what's he going to set? Is he going to make an improvement here? I think he is, by 1.7. So the 7th fastest there with a 20.2. Lots of low 20s there in the midfield there. So yeah, it's Ron Lawn, Med. Lawn's just gone slightly quicker. We've got those three there, ROM BFord, Dylan Baxter, Ron Lawn, all on 19.8s there. And we've got this little group here in the low 1 minute 20s. So we've got AMG and Stato now out on laps. Morez FIFA on 20.4. So it's not a lot in there. I mean, a few tenths here and there can move you up. So, you know. Interested to know what happened to Day's Freak. Now he dropped it. As FIFA. Currently on a 120.4, so to move up above Rom James there. 5 group penalty there for 4.5 feet there for a collision. So it's gonna be starting. Alright, FIFA gets up on that lap. So with did he ball crossing the line? Could have crossed the line. I mean, did he realise the time? So lap there. This is key now for 4.5 feet because with that 5 grid penalty, he's got to try and finish as high as possible. So Med there goes even quicker at 19.6. You've got Dylan Baxter now on an outlet. You've got ROM BFord on an outlet. You've got Ron Sutter coming up to the line. He's starting his lap. So, yeah, the cars are going out now. And you've got Ron James as well, who is also on a lap. Currently lining in 9th place. It's no pressure now from Morris FIFA, but he has got pressure from the two Mercedes drivers. And I think Mercedes AMG has dropped it, so he ain't got no pressure from him now. Could help his teammate out a bit, give him a bit of a tow. Give it up on his lap as well. So Ron James comes up to the line. He's a tenth and a bit up. This will move him up. No, it doesn't. So Ron Sutter coming up to the line. He's a 2/10 up on his time. So, and he goes quickest at 19.6. And Med now. Oh, so close. And Dylan Baxter coming up to the line. What can he do? He's coming up to the line and he goes quicker, but not enough to move him up, as ROM BFord also crosses the line and he does improve slightly, but not enough. But there's a shock there out of nowhere. Ron Sutter gets it by 0.03 of a second. From Med must have thought that that time was enough, and but nope, pole position there from Ron Sutter. So close though, between 5th and 1st, 2/10. Yeah, that is incredible. So there you have it. Ron Sutter gets his pole position here by 0.03 a second, and you got Med there in 2nd place. Dylan Baxter, Ron Lawn, Ron Ledlow, Suzuki, 4.5, who has a good penalty. I did say it, yeah, he has. Ron James, Morris FIFA, Aki AMG, Stat Oak Greeny, and Dave Streak. So Greeny did improve on his last lap, because he's moved ahead of Dave Streak, who had a DNF in qualifying. So we move on to the race now. Short break now, and then away we go. So looking a little bit overcast. Interestingly enough, we only have one Ferrari car here today. We have the two AlphaTauris, obviously, from Italy, but they're all down in 12th and 13th, so 3 Italian cars right at the back. So I suppose we got the Alfa Romeos. Is AlphaTauri still Italian now, since they switched to Red Bull.
Yes. SDK, are you in Q3, mate? Are you in Q3? No, shut up.
Right, just waiting to get underway here now, and then with a surprise, wrong side on pole position. But, I say surprise, but it's normally ROM BFord or Drazzy. I was actually ROM Drazzy not here tonight. He's just not quick enough around this circuit. Now, can we have an interesting race here, or is the top three just going to go away from the rest of the field? A quick look at the tyre selection. Well, interestingly, the top two are on the mediums. Dylan Baxter on them. Sorry, top two on the hards. Dylan Baxter on the mediums there. BFord on the hards. Oh, no time for that. Time has started. So, 20 seconds to go, and we'll be getting the formation lap underway. So here we are for the formation lap here. Let's set up. It's very cloudy out there. Could be having a bit of rain later on. Well, we'll start with phase 3. They're in the Ferrari on the hard tyre. 4.5E there on the mediums in the AlphaTauri. Had a flight grip penalty. Greedy on the other AlphaTauri also on the mediums. And then we have the first of the two Mercedes drivers, Stato there on the hard tyre. Aki AMG on the hard tyre. Stato has dropped it somewhere. AMG I'm gonna sneeze now. Excuse me. On the hard tyre. Murray's feet right there. Ass on the medium tyre. Long chains on the hard and the upper mouth. Oh God. Long James setting up there on the hards. Suzuki there in the McLaren on the hards. Ron Ludlow in the Williams on the hards. We've got Ron Lawn in the Red Bull on the mediums. ROM BFord there on the hards. Austin Morning. Dylan Baxter in the upper now on the mediums. Med on the mediums in the McLaren. And your pole sitter here today is Ron. Solid there on the hard tyre. Oof. What is going on there with Med? For some strange reason, they're not in their orders. So we're about to get 27 laps of the Italian Grand Prix underway. Ron Suttick and Med on pole position on the front row here. So they're all settling into their boxes now as we're about to get underway. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's away we go. It's a fairly good start there from Ron Suttick, but Med seems to have got the better start with the medium tyre. They're both going side by side into turn 1. We've got also ROM BFord there, and can they get through turn 1 all right? Yes, they do. But it looks like Dylan Baxter's gone over the chicane. He outbraked himself into turn 1, but he's managed to hold position. But he's under pressure there from his teammate Ron James. Ron James is trying to go on the outside of him, but it doesn't make it stick. He's trying to switch back on the inside, and he outbrakes himself there, Ron James. And it could compromise him there with the McLaren of Suzuki right behind him. And but he manages to hold position. And what's happened to ROM BFord? ROM BFord's dropped down and he's lost 4.5 as well. He's gone off track, and he's rejoined in last place behind Day 3. But going back to the leaders, Dylan Baxter has dropped back by 2 seconds from the start. He must have closed that up in no time on the medium tyre. But you've got Ron Suttick now. He's also lost the position to Med there. They went side by side, but I had to look back with the crash. So he also got the move done. That's what he needed to do, Med, because he's on the medium tyre. And we've got something going on there. Suzuki is pitting. Must have got wing damage or something. As you're looking up there through there, you've got the Mercedes there of AMG trying to move on Ron Lawn. And I think he's going to get the move done because he's got the better traction out of the corner. So yes, 2 Mercedes drivers there. But though he didn't get the better traction out of the corner because the Red Bull's got back around him. So yeah, Stato there also right behind him. Seems to have a lot of pace in that Mercedes. He seems to be hounding his teammate at the moment. And you got Dave's Fleet there. Also further back there, Ron Ludlow's had an incident as well. So yeah, but going back to the 2 Mercedes drivers going side by side, and can he get the move done? They're coming up to the braking zone now. And is he going to chance it? No, he's going to back out of it, Stato safely. He's going to try and set him up on the outside though. He does get the move done on the inside there, and he's up into 8th place past his teammate. So he's going to go after Ron Lawn in the Red Bull now, who's managed to break away from that with those 2 fighting as Med sets the fastest lap of the race. Ron Suttick there, 1.5 seconds behind on the hard tyre. And but Dylan Baxter though hasn't closed up as fast as I thought he would. But then you got Ron James there in 4th place, doing very well at the start. And Aki, and they're going side by side again. And he's got the move back again, Aki. So Aki's not giving up on it. It's 2 very equally matched in pace, so they could be fighting tooth and nail throughout this race. As Ron BFord is stuck by the Haas there of, but he's got the move done on the Haas of Moraes FIFA. So Ron BFord had a terrible start. going out for Ron James now. Ron James is going to be under pressure very soon from ROM BFord. In fact, ROM BFord probably get the move down here. Just waiting until he gets into main straight, probably. Get the DRS assistance now. We should sail past him, really. Seems to have a lot of pace in that Aston Martin. Sailing past now. DRS open. Although he outbrakes himself, and he's going to have to give the position back. Totally outbraked himself. He lost another position there to Morris FIFA. So had to push it a little bit too long, and then Ron James just covered the inside line and said to him, "Oh, look, you know, if you want to get the move down, you're going to have to go on the outside and do it." Fair enough. So he's back to square one now, ROM BFord. There's Rom Sulik now. He's down to 2 seconds now. I mean, you could expect it though, because Med is on the medium tyre. So, but if he can keep within roughly that area, he's got a good chance of passing later on in the race when he switches to the mediums. So, into lap 5 already, and Don Baxter is another driver who is closing up slowly to the back of Rom Sulik. He is on the medium tyre as well, so I mean, as ROM BFord's got past Norris there, now he's setting up Ron James. He's losing a heap of time here, ROM BFord, though, to the leaders on those hard tyres. Yeah, ROM James just holding the line there nicely. Comes in to the braking zone, into the 50, hits the inside curve there nicely, gets the move done. So now he's got a 5-second gap to Dylan Baxter. But Ron James is coming back at him. James will try and get the move back on him. He's going to get a DRS. Going to go on the outside. And he does get the move back. So this is really costing ROM BFord here. It's costing so much time. But he's going to go for the move on the outside. I can't see him getting it. The overspeed he's got though, it just seems as though he could do it. But Ron James just holds the line, and some good defensive work here from Ron James. And Norris FIFA there, he's just waiting for any kind of a mistake here that these two make, and then he's in like Flynn, because he's getting the DRS assistance from this as well. So yeah, didn't have the overspeed there. I mean, Ron James is not going to let him through easily. And he goes wide there. Surely he's going to get the move done now. Although Morris FIFA is sitting there, he's thinking a double slipstream here. Three wide almost. He does get the move finally done now. Can he finally break away and get charge after on back step. Through all of that, he's dropped down to 7 seconds behind all that with all that fighting. Now he should have got the move done now, but it's going to be tough. But you got Stat over there, who's falling behind his teammate by 1.6 seconds, trying to keep up with him. And you got Greeny there in 9th place, so he's doing very well in the AlphaTauri. I haven't seen much of him so far. But he's got Rob Lawn and Ron Ludlow charging after him, as well as Days Freak, Fawn Happy still going around, and Susu, who's had a bit of a up and down race. He's had to come into the pits to get new front wing and new tyres. There's Ron James there on the back of ROM BFord again. So ROM BFord hasn't broken away as much as I thought he would. He's going for a late dive there. He's going side by side. So ROM BFord at the moment cannot get away from Ron James, and now the gap to Dylan Bax is up to 7.7 seconds. All this fighting is really killing his chances of victory here today. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. I believe that's Suzuzu, is it? There's Greeny has lost 2 places there, I think, to Law and Ludlow. So you'll be hoping that we can keep in contention with these guys, and then hopefully score a point today. Still at DRS, so see it rain. Just clipping, is it, with the game? Yeah, I think it's raining. Well, that is an interesting development. It is raining. It looks as though it's raining. Yeah. We're definitely seeing rain here. So we could be going into wet weather here. There's definitely, I did say it looked a bit cloudy. It's a bit early to go into the wet tyres. They are beginning going into the wet tyres. There's Fawn Happy. He's coming into the pits. What tyres are you going to go for? Surely you can't go onto the inters this early. No, let's go for a soft tyre. As the rain is starting to come down, so Med now. Choosing those medium tyres is probably a good thing. He's going to get a nice little 2.3 second lead. So if it does switch to wet tyres, which is looking likely, with 17 laps to go, we could be in for an exciting end to this race here. It's going to get awfully slippery now. I did honestly think that there was a bit of rain earlier, but I thought it maybe clip in with the game maybe, but there's definitely some spots of rain out there now. As Greeny gets their first penalty of the day. There's Ron Sutlick there. It's pretty much the top 3 has not changed. As ROM BFord has finally got away from Ron James. and he's starting to close that gap now. A 7-second gap to the leaders. So yeah, but we're far from it being heavy rain. I mean, it just looks as though it's picking at the moment. It would be at least another 5 or 6 laps before, if it continues, you even think about wet tyres. I mean, remember the season in France, it took about 10 laps before it dried out after it stopped raining. But you see the spots of rain on the car. But like I say, currently the dry tyre is the tyre to be on. It looks fairly bright. I mean, it's like a kind of a summer shower more than anything. One of those kind of summer showers, like which, I mean, I've got the back markers there fighting for P10 with Greeny and ROM BFord and Rod Leather. Oh, Greeny's under pressure there from the AI of Vaughan Happy. I think Vaughan Happy is gone out of the session, so yeah. So Greeny there, 3 seconds behind. You got Day Street there, nearly 16 seconds down on the hard tyre. It's coming close to and we got Suzu there, 9 seconds down. 10 lap old mediums, so he's not giving up. But, back with Stato. Stato's dropped away from his teammate quite a bit now. AMG, he's nearly 4.2 seconds down now from his teammate. He's going to be under pressure soon from Ludlow. Still all in that big group there. Moraes FIFA has decided to pit. Surely he's not going to go for it. Nope, dry tyres. He's got to that point where he had to pit. Where is he going to drop down to P11? So I would have thought he'd try and hold it out until the absolute last minute, when it got to start to become too wet to. But it's like I say, at the moment it's like, cause you've got like brightness in the clouds. I mean, the temperature's not that low at the moment. I mean, the rain's probably evaporating quicker than it's sticking. It'll probably be a little bit slippery on the dry tyres. But look at that. We're on Celtic now. Those hard tyres are starting to come good over the mediums. So he's absolutely closed in on Med now. Med must be thinking earlier on, when we thought that the rain coming, that he made the right call on going onto the mediums. But it looks like this rain's going to be not heavy enough to switch to into some of the coal there on board. you see on board, it's like I say, it's literally light rain. The lightest possible rain. Nothing that's gonna be wet tyre with rain. He's definitely caught up. 1.5 now, he's almost in the DRS though. So those hard tyres, the young tyres of Med, are starting to fade. Yeah, see, he's closing in. See how much the mediums have gone off, because Dylan Baxter has dropped back 5 seconds behind, and ROM BFord has caught up to him by 3.5. So yeah, let's have that crossover now. 14 laps. There you see ROM BFord down to 2.6 seconds now on Dylan Baxter. Ron James there also, well, 9 seconds. He's got Aki is starting to close up to him now. Aki is only 1.4 seconds behind. As Dylan Baxter decided he's had enough of those medium tyres. He's going into the pits now. He's going to get onto the hards. Now to the end. We've got 11 laps of this race, and this rain has not affected them so far. I mean, it's a strange one, really. It's raining, but it is a dry tyre conditions. So you see Dylan Baxter joined back in 9th place, and but now we are under pressure now. But the leaders now to switch on the wrong side. Now he's going to be challenging Med now, because Med is probably going to come into the pits now, I would have thought, because of the tyre wear. Going to favour the hard runners now to the end. They're going to have the medium side to the end. Nope, he's still staying out. Med. But I think it's a matter of time here as Celtic moves into the lead, and he's going to pull away now. Probably go another couple of laps. Stretch those medium tyres out a long time, Med. I mean, you know, 10 laps of hard tyres, unless he's going for a soft run. I mean, that is a long time to stretch those mediums out. Fair dues to him. Now Ron Clark is in the key position here, because I mean, he can go for a soft run now. I mean, possibly to the end. ROM BFord there, 11 seconds behind the leaders after he's got past Ron James. And I think we have a safety car. A safety car. That is perfect for Med. You can come into the pits now, get the soft tyre on possibly. Definitely perfect for ROM Startic and ROM BFord. ROM BFord is going to be right up behind the leaders now. So the win is still on for ROM BFord. Now this is going to be the key thing now for everyone. What do they do? I mean, if I was Days Freak and Azuzu down the bottom there, I'd wait until 2 laps in on the safety car, the 3rd lap where it's about to go around, get on, get the freshest possible stops that you can get, and go to the end. But into tyres for Med. Oh, surely he's made a mistake there. Oh, he's definitely made a mistake there. He probably thought that the rain was going to be his next pit stop, and he's switched to the medium tyre, the inter tyre, and it's definitely not into conditions, obviously, because you've got people out there on dry. Oh, he's going to be absolutely kicking himself. So too AMG. They must have preset it in the pits. I forgot to change it. That's basically cost him a podium. Unless it is into conditions, I don't know. The rain does look a little bit heavier. I mean, it does look a little bit heavier, but just doesn't still look enough to. I mean, you can't even see any spray on the tyres. Maybe it's going to be a brilliant call by him, but he's definitely staying out. Usually you can tell if it's too wet when you see the spray coming off the tyres, and you're not going to see it. No spray off the tyres. It's just literally light rain. So I think he's kind of made a mistake there. We'll see when he gets underway whether he's made the right call or not. Well, 2 people down the bottom have made the choice to winters, so they're chancing it. I can't possibly say because, like I say, I'm not out there driving it. But to me, it looks too dry to. The rain does look as though it's starting to get a bit more heavy. I mean, there's a few more spots and stuff. See how it breaks himself. We're going to have one more lap here of the safety car with 8 laps to go here. It's going to be an interesting one. Whether certain drivers have made the right call of going on to the inters. And they certainly have, because ROM BFord has dropped it on the dry tyre from the lead. So he did look so he'd outbraked himself in that last corner, and he is out of the Italian Grand Prix. So maybe, just maybe, the Inter tyre is now the better tyre. Has it gone over the crossover? I just noticed it when he came around Ascari. He outbraked himself and almost hit the safety car, and he's lost it from the lead here and from the way of victory. Now it does look as though the rain is starting. If you're looking at that now, and the specks of rain are increasing, so the rain is definitely increasing. So it looks like I was wrong, and that Med may have just made possibly the best call so far in this race. And ROM BFord there on the medium tyre. We'll see now when they get underway here. But judging by what happened there to Rom Suttick, it looks like the Inter tyre is the better tyre. So a lot of the guys there on the dry tyres will be thinking now, do I switch over? But we'll soon see when they get underway, because for all I know that could be just wrong. Just a little speck of wetness in that section of the track that just caught Rom Suttick out, but they're getting underway here. And we'll soon see if the dry tyre is the better tyre when Rom BFord is setting him up. So it looks like the dry tyre may be still good. In fact, it is good, because they're going side by side there. The Inter tyre doesn't look like the right tyre. There's contact there between Ron James and Med there. Yeah, the Inter tyre is definitely not the right tyre. There's that. Yeah, he's got no traction out of the corners. He's definitely holding up the cars behind him. So that was just an interesting one there from Rob Suttick. Seemed as though, I don't know, a lapse in concentration maybe, but on cold tyres. But like I say, it looks as though it's on the crossover. I think definitely it's on the crossover between dry and Inter. The more it starts to rain, and more it's going to start to favour Med. But like I say, he's not dropping back on those Inters. In fact, he's right behind Aki, but so the Inter tyre and the medium tyre, the dry tyre, are both effectively good at the moment. I don't understand it. You know, I would say it seems to have be all right, because ROM BFord is pulling away from the Inter drivers at the moment in the rain. So we've got 5 laps to go, and it looks as though the rain is not going to affect them too badly. In fact, the clouds look a lot brighter over there. But all it takes is one little mistake though. It being a flat out circuit, I suppose the rain doesn't affect you as much if you're on the dry tyre. I mean, if it was in circuit, maybe it would probably affect you. Oh, he was a bit late on the brakes there. ROM BFord will be thinking now, get through these laps as quick as possible before the rain does start to get heavier. Definitely pulling away from the Inter drivers at the moment. Med gets past Aki there. Can he get after ROM BFord now? Make these Inters work. Will this rain start to come down heavier now? Just have a look at these times now. Is he gaining? He is slightly. So we've got actually 4 laps after this. So yeah, he is definitely gaining. Down to 4.4, 4.5. That's definitely starting to get to the point now where the Inter tyre is the better tyre. So close. I think ROM BFord is going to make it to the end before the wet conditions are going to make a difference. It's not closing up enough, I think. There's a heap of cars there. Oh, there's going to be contact between, I think it was Ludlow and Rawn. It was inevitable. Greedy there. 9th place still. He's going to get points today. Days Freak, a massive 30 seconds behind on the Inters, so yeah. It's Med though, 4.3 seconds behind now. But he's going to run out of laps here, so he's coming up to lap 25. That will be only 3 laps to go of this race. He needs to start closing that gap if he's going to have any chance of a victory here today. But the rain is still not heavy enough for him to get that advantage over ROM BFord. Down to 3.7. So ROM BFord having to take it a little bit easier now. I think he's going to help hold on to the end now, unless he absolutely drops it in the wet conditions. And Lawn's gone. Yeah, you can see puddles there now, so it's got to the point where will it get to the point now? 26 laps to go, and he's struggling to get it into the corner there. 2 laps to go. Can Med close in on it? He's going to have to do a hell of a couple of laps here, and the rain is going to have to absolutely chuck it down to affect this race. Aki there in 3rd place. We've got Norris FIFA there going wide. He's lost a place there to Ron James. There's John Baxter there, still on the soft tyre. He's struggling now in these wet conditions, and they're all struggling now on the soft tyres. So I think ROM BFord has struggled. He's down to 1.5 seconds now. He's really struggling in these conditions now. on the soft tyre. It could come down to the last lap here. As the inter tyre now seems to be the better tyre as he flies through the corner there. We're coming up to the last lap now. Can ROM BFord hold on to the end on the dry tyre, or is it going to be one lap too late? Look at the closing distance now. It's going to come down to the last lap. 1.2 seconds gap. Let's go and see how ROM BFord takes this corner on the soft tyre. And Dylan Baxter's going on the soft tyre. And he can't control the car into the corner. It's Med on the inter tyre now. He's going to get the better traction coming out of the corner. Surely. But I think it's going to be one lap too late for Med. Aki is improving now. You see how ROM BFord cannot get the traction out of the corners now on the soft tyre. But it's going to come down to this big straight here. I think he's going to be a sitting duck here, ROM BFord. Med is going to fly out of this corner now. And I did think that he wouldn't be able to do it, but look at that. He's using all of his DRS here, ROM BFord. Going side by side through the corners here. It's all going to come down to the better exit, yeah. He has got a good exit there on BFord, but he's using all of his DRS. I think that's won in the race there. Just holds on to the victory there on BFord. One more lap and I think Med would have had it. But Aki comes home in third place. He got Susu, who managed to get fourth after being so far down. Moritz Keeper comes home in sixth. Rob James in fifth. And Greeny there will get a P7 there for Greeny. So it's a brilliant race for him. And Days Freak there will come home in eighth place, along with Lauren Ludlow in ninth. One Ludlow coming up to the line. P9. And that is your Italian Grand Prix. An interesting end to the race there. Looked like ROM BFord was going to lose it there at the end. But he came home with the victory. Disappointment for Ron Sark, who looked in control of that race at one stage. Along with Med. But fortunately for them, there you have the official result. ROM BFord takes the win there from Med. Aki AMG in third, Zuzu in fourth, Ron James in fifth, Moritz FIFA in sixth, Greeny in seventh, Days Freak in eighth, Ron Ludlow in ninth, Dylan Baxter in 10th, Stato, Ron Lawn and Robert Sutton and Fawn Happy. And I believe ROM BFord has joined the party. And I believe he will be probably the only one that joins, because I don't know if Aki ever joins, does he? Yeah, alright then. Well, I'll do a quick interview with you, and that was the Italian Grand Prix. Top three there of ROM BFord, Med and Aki, with ROM BFord taking the win. You got the win in the end there, despite some very tough challenge there from Med at the end, due to obviously the rain coming down. Bit of an exciting end to the race, and obviously disappointment for your teammate who dropped it under the safety car. Yeah, but was the conditions really bad? Because it seemed as though like the
Not bad. It was bad luck for me when it really went. It's probably most of the race was fine. But it was about lap 23 into sub coming their own. It was like left out and lap 25, and it just
yeah.
it went to Lindsay's. I had a massive lock up which lost me a chunk of time, so that's why it was closer than it was.
Yeah, because you seemed as though you were struggling into turn one with the wet conditions, and but one more lap, and I think you probably would have lost that race.
No, it wasn't fine. It was manageable. I started getting a good slip. Kick back end out.
I don't know, mate. I think one more lap and you would have had you, personally.
We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah. But yeah, you had an interesting race. You came back to win in the end through, I don't know, a little bit of luck, but obviously, you know.
A little bit of luck.
And
Obviously, turn one didn't help.
yeah,
Anyway, I think Chris Celtic would have won had he not fought it.
yeah, probably.
I don't really happen with that one. All I know is my wrist almost snapped in half. I'm mental. But, yeah, but I had a little bit of floor damage, but it wasn't massive, just a little bit.
Oh well, that was a good win for you today, and obviously good podium there from Med and from AMG with Mercedes. So yeah, that was your Italian Grand Prix, and thank you very much everyone, and the top three, and I'll end the stream now.